Hello again, my name's Gabe Zona. Read an interesting article on World Net Daily. I'll attach the link, you're not going to have to go searching for it. The title is Black Fatherless Homes Left Creating Cop Killers. Now, if you're not aware of this, recently two police officers in the city of New Jersey, a 23-year-old and a 43-year-old, were murdered. And they were killed by black thugs. Now, what's interesting is one of the men that did the killing was killed by the police, and his wife on national television said that he should have shot more cops. Pretty amazing. I don't even know why they put that on the news. They try to justify it by saying that they wanted to shine a light on this anti-cop mentality. Well, you know, it's like Fox News. What Fox News does is they allow the left to spew their garbage, which I think is what this news agency did by having that woman spew her garbage. Now, what's interesting is that with what's going on in this country, with the left, and including whites, bringing up the R word and accusing the Republicans of the R word, it's creating the exact opposite effect that it should create. Eric Holder is probably responsible for a whole lot of what's going on in this country. He blames the lack of respect that people have for both himself and Obama on their color. It has nothing to do with their color. It has everything to do with their incompetence, but that's a different story. The article talks about Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, the NAACP, the Congressional Black Caucus, and the other leftist black leaders. They have been excusing black criminals and stoking hatred towards police for decades. You know, all those folks, they're like ambulance chasers. Whenever there's a shooting, they're there, especially if it's a white that shot a black. If it's a black that shot a black, you don't hear about it. Now, what's really interesting is that the mayor of Chicago, who used to be the chief of staff for Barack Hussein Obama, well, in Chicago, they had a whole lot of murders recently on the Independence Day massacre. 82 shootings resulted in 15 people dying. And what does Rahm Emanuel go after? Well, he goes after the guns. It's the guns' fault. He's really going after the people that own them legally, because the bad guys are the ones that are doing the killing, and you'll never find who owns what. It's totally insane. And what's really happened, as the article states, progressives have created an environment that rewards irresponsibility and dependency. Sending welfare payments to single moms with children has resulted in a decline of black marriages. Now, what's interesting is it says today 73% of black kids are born out of wedlock. And the majority of those end up being raised by a single parent who spends most of her time working. In other words, the children are left on their own. And what do? Well, they join gangs. That's what they do. You want to read the article because, again, it's most interesting. And nothing's going to change for the better until changes are made in Washington. As far as I'm concerned, the biggest mistake that this country did is to do what they did by putting what they did into the White House. The absolute biggest mistake. And the whole world is paying for it. That's what I think. So what do you think?